more, we're joined by the Minister for Agriculture, Barnaby from Tamworth in New South Wales. Good morning to you, Barnaby. The claim was made in that little video there that, that Australian companies are kind of climbing over themselves to get halal certification. Is that true?
Well, not climbing over themselves, but let's look at what the market's like. Our beef market, Cameron, has gone up tenfold, 10 times since 2009 into halal certified markets, into Arabian and markets in the Middle East. Our markets for goat meat has gone up around about the same amount, 10 times. Our sheep meat has gone up by almost double. It's worth about $1.5 billion. It's an expanding market. It's a good market. It's a market that gives us the capacity not just to be totally reliant on China, though China's a great market as well, but to also have another string to our bow. It's a market, Cameron, that we've had for 30 to 40 years. It's not something new. So the recent excitement is about something we've been doing for ages. And we've got to make sure, Cameron, that we don't cut our nose off to spite our face. This is a good market. No one it's not government endorsed. The government doesn't say you must be halal or you mustn't be halal. The government's not even in the space. It's what the producers want, to be able to expand a market. And by expanding a market for beef, for instance, 10 times bigger than what it was in 2009, then you'd say there's got to be an increase in employment of Australian people. There's more money flowing back into our nation. It helps us balance our books. It increases the price of cattle, increases the price of sheep, gets more money going down Martin Place, goes more money going down Collins Street, more money going down Pitt Street, because it's bringing money into our country.
Most people end up voting for their jobs or the security of the workforce. So it's one thing to sign up to a Facebook page boycotting halal products. It's another thing to actually enforce that like, if you like, by not buying halal products. Do you think there is any threat to our economy and to jobs, in fact, from boycott sort of motivated people like that?
Well, yeah. Well, what I can't get about it, Cameron, is this. If you were putting money towards terrorism in Australia, we've got a group called ASIO. They'll be out there chasing you down, hunting you down. You get to go to jail for a long time. You get to live your creed behind the bars. If you did the same thing in Saudi Arabia or the markets we export to you, a lot of the instances you might get the death sentence, because they're not red-hot and terrorists either. Neither of us want them. So this idea that somehow we're propagating terrorism because of the halal certification, it's not true in Australia, and it's not true overseas. When I go over on behalf of the Australian people into Riyadh or into Bahrain, I meet people that we've been trading with for ages. They're pretty reasonable, they're reasonable families, they're interested in buying the product, we're interested in selling it to them, we make money, they make money. That's about the interest of it. They have certain certifications that they require to sell it into their market. We understand that. And they never ask me, Cameron, they never go up to me and say, oh, Barney, you've got to become a Muslim to deal with us. And I never ask them to become a Christian. And we seem to get along perfectly well. I just don't understand this recent sort of excitement about whether something's halal or not.
Do you get it? Sorry, mate. Do you get it that some people don't like the actual emotion of picking up a chocolate bar and it's got halal certification on it? Do you get that at all?
Yeah, and that's fair enough, but it's nothing to do with the government. That's a thing to do with the producer. And if they believe there's a market there, they can go out and say, look, we'll have another certification and put up a line of stuff that's non-halal. It's a free market. They can do that. It's absolutely their right. But whilst they're doing that, just make sure we don't close down the markets with everything that's attached to it, because if I'm going to keep, on your behalf, with the government, increasing our sales into Saudi Arabia, into Bahrain, into Lebanon, into Iran, places that we want to basically get money for our nation, then this is what we have to do to sell into that marketplace. And as we increase our sales, there's more meat workers, more trucks going, more packers, more boiler makers, more fridging mechanics looking after the refrigeration of this product, all the way through. And this is how we actually have to balance our books. And I also get the capacity, Cameron, to have another very strong market to compete with China and get Australia an honest price back for the product we sell. And I keep on saying, we've been doing this for decades. So people are getting really excited about something that we've been doing for decades, and it does, for the best. If I honestly believed there was a connection between this and terrorism, you wouldn't have to worry about your Facebook page. I'd be the first one to jump on it.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, just before you go, Barnaby, what's the greatest threat to our nation? Halal certification or the Prime Minister sculling a shandy?
I had a shandy once. I think I was 14.
Once. Didn't turn back, though.
They say it improves lemonade.
Mate, the barley producers will boycott the Prime Minister. Mate, go full strength, you idiot.
Good on you, Barnaby. Thanks, mate.
Good on you, mate.
All right, making a lot of sense there. Barnaby choice. Deb.
A huge amount of sense. Really good discussion. Thanks.